Good folk. So I've completed my 40 days of Dr. Sebi approved foods cleanse. Today is officially, let me look at the date, September 30th. And I should have known that off the top of my head, but I didn't. Today's September 30th and my 40 days is up. And I just wanted to come to you guys with a little bit of what I experienced this 40 days and how I feel about the 40-day cleanse in its entirety. Now, first of all, after 40 years of eating however I ate prior to this, 40 days is not enough to grant me a significant response as far as the toxins in my body being completely cleared out, as far as cell regeneration, as far as any pre-existing illnesses that could have been forming, like diabetes and heart disease, high cholesterol, etc. 40 days is definitely not enough to address all of those situations, but 40 days is enough to see if you're headed in the right direction. And the first thing that stands out to me is the fact that I lost 27 pounds in 40 days. And it doesn't stand out to me that I lost 27 pounds on the cleanse in 40 days. It stands out to me that I lost 27 pounds eating a lot in this 40 days. Now, the Dr. Sebi approved list is specific at what you can eat. It has a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, some grains, some nuts, spices, etc. It's specific about what you can eat. So I used that list and I ate a lot, so I was not going hungry. There was frustration in times where I didn't feel like cooking and I couldn't just reach my hand in the refrigerator and grab some food. I couldn't open up a cabinet and grab some chips and just munch on those chips. I actually had to put effort into making my food. I actually had to put effort into cooking. If I wanted a salad, a good salad, I had to put effort in preparing that salad, etc. I had to actually work to get what I wanted to eat. So there was some frustration when considering that I couldn't just grab food free-nilly. I actually had to think about, and there were times in this 40 days where I thought I was eating an approved food like black beans, but then I looked at the list and black beans weren't on the list. So I had eaten some black bean chips for a couple of days, and then I decided to read the ingredients, and I noticed, damn, I should not be eating these black bean chips. I mean, there were times where I used a different oil that wasn't on the list and realized, oh, you're not supposed to cook olive oil. So it was a learning experience. There was some trial and error during this experience. I didn't drink natural spring water every single time. I mostly drank filtered water. So I didn't follow it 100%, but I followed it enough to make my spirit satisfied with what I did with it in this 40 days. There were some things I was looking for. I was looking for, after 40 days, my migraines to be completely gone, and that did not happen. In the middle section, it appeared that it was going to happen, but in this last 10 days, my migraines started to come back, and they are kind of just sitting and not growing at different periods of time. But there have been 2 occasions where they did come on full force. So I'm not sure what's going on with my migraines. I may have to look deeper into that. It may be stress related. I do have an injured shoulder, which causes stress to the other shoulder because it has to make up for what this shoulder cannot do. And that all is in line with my neck and, my head and all that good stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what this migraine situation is. I will have to look into that. I don't believe it is health related. And it could be health related. As I started off saying, 40 days is not enough to address a lifetime of eating unhealthy. However, I don't believe it's health related. Starting this, I was pre-diabetic before this 40 days, and I don't know what it is now. I haven't checked, but I was pre-diabetic. I had high cholesterol. borderline high blood pressure. Not high blood pressure, but just right up under high blood pressure, and I needed to start watching that as well. So I was in the risk area of getting high blood pressure, and that's just my natural life, and that's how I've been for probably the last 5 years. I have not worried about going up. I have not worried about going down, but I do look forward to seeing if after this 40 days has something changed. I think I should schedule an appointment before I start eating crazy again, if I start eating crazy again, because that's another thing I'm thinking. After all of this success with my appearance, which is where most of the success came in, with all this success with my appearance, do I want to go back to 235 pounds? I'm 208 pounds, 207.6 or 7.8 pounds right now. Do I want to go back up, shoot up to 235? One thing I can say is I'm moving better. I'm not having the everyday aches and pains. Now, I do have arthritis in my wrists. One wrist that I broke in 2 places, I do have that. So, you know, that is still there. This diet doesn't address that. I do wake up still sore in my back, near the spinal area, so I got to stretch every morning. I was hoping that that would be addressed because I felt like it was inflammation in the back, but that wasn't addressed. However, you know, my knees, my joints, they feel good. They really do feel good. If there was inflammation there before causing any pain, it is not here any longer. So that was very addressed. I'm very hydrated. I'm drinking a lot of water, so I'm happy with that as well. My energy levels, I'm not very tired during the day where I want to go and sleep. So before this 40 days, I was drinking several cups of coffee every day. I was eating a lot of sugar every day because I would put sugar in my coffee, and I would grab a candy bar if I wanted the candy bar, or any type of snack that was in the office at that point in time. I would eat whatever I want, and I was sluggish during midday. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still tired midday, the 2 o'clock hour, the 1, 2, 3 o'clock hour. I'm still tired, but I'm not tired to the point where I want to take a nap. I'm tired, but still motivated to get work done. I'm not sure there was any clarity in thought changes. I want so bad for my thoughts to run together like they used to in my youth. Sometimes I can't, the word is right here, but I can't pick it out of my brain, and that's frustrating to me. Very frustrating to me, because I know what I want to say, but the connection to that word, it's just not there, and that's frustrating to me because I want to speak the way I want to speak, but I can't. So I have to, for myself, dumb it down because the word that I want to say won't come. So anyway, my frustration levels with bullshit, excuse my expression or don't excuse it, it's all good either way, is still there. I still get frustrated with bullshit. So that's gonna have to be something else that I work on personally. How when I am addressed with bullshit, how I'm going to respond to it in a way that doesn't make me emotionally frustrated, that doesn't release the toxins in my body from being emotionally frustrated or angry, because I can feel that. So, I mean, my takeaway at this point is, one, and the biggest takeaway is that if I put my mind to it, I will do it, and it will benefit me to do so. I can do what I put my mind to. Making such a drastic change in diet over 40 days is significant, considering food is our biggest addiction as people. Food is our biggest addiction as people, especially the chemicals that are in food, one being sugar. Biggest addiction. Going off of that is significant. Now, I went off of the unnatural sugars. Of course, I ate fruits that had sugar in it, like dates, apples, bananas, that sort of thing. But any added sugar that didn't come from a natural source was not a part of this diet and is not a part of this diet. And having to do that, having to go cold turkey and stick with it for 40 days, no swaying, is a major accomplishment for us human beings who've had a nasty diet for the majority of their life or all of their life. So that lets me know that anything is possible. Once this brain puts mind to it, I can do it. I did a 5-day water fast this year, a 3-day water fast this year, and a 5-day smoothie fast this year. And now I did this fast, and I not a fast, but this cleanse, and I feel great with that understanding. So I want to do things. I do feel a little bit more motivated to get to work. During this 40 days, I reread the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I swear it was almost like I was reading it for the first time, and this is my 3rd time reading the book. I've started on the book The Richest Man in Babylon because Robert Kiyosaki mentioned that in a podcast, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go ahead and read that. I've been moving forward with my business a little bit more, motivating myself, and one thing that I'm going to do is write down how I'm going to continue to nourish my body so that I don't fall back into bad habits, gain all of that weight back in a short period of time, and look a mess all over again. Even though I was still fine at 135. Right? So, I mean, I didn't want to make this too long. I just wanted to let you know some things that worked and some things that didn't work. Like I said, the migraines are still here. I'm still having a couple of sleepless nights a week, 1 or 2, opposed to 3 or 4. So that is a plus. It's just that when I do have that 1 or 2, I am frustrated, and I am tired and sluggish throughout the whole day. So if I am only having that 1 or 2 nights a week, or even just, I mean, it's probably about 1 consistent. I had a week where I did have about 2 sleepless nights, and 1 night where it was questionable. But let's say it's about 1 night a week consistently that I'm having the sleepless nights, and that is a frustrating day for me. I mentally have not learned how to deal with not sleeping at night and having to still work in the morning, having to still be a parent, having to still attend to my business, having to still do what you have to do despite not sleeping. And my mood is terribly altered when I do not sleep. I'm not snappy, but I do want to be away from people. So I haven't learned how to deal with that yet. I'm not sure. Last time I checked my blood pressure, it was still around so I checked it the first time, and it went down to like 126/70, something like that. The last time I checked it, which was last week, it was still borderline high. So it was still 136/79, something like that, 78. So that's still borderline high. I'm still on a borderline high blood pressure. I didn't check it this week. I didn't check it. I may check it today, but I'm still on a borderline high blood pressure. So my blood pressure has not changed. It appears. It appears it has not changed. So that's a telltale sign that I need to continue to diet, and I need to continue to watch myself, and I need to exercise. I did not exercise this entire 40 days. I had 1 day of exercising. But outside of that, I did not exercise this entire 40 days, and I lost, like I said, 27 pounds. Some of that may be attributed to muscle mass loss. So that may be the reason why I lost such a lot of weight, because maybe I lost a lot of muscle mass as well. Maybe I lost about 10 pounds of muscle mass. Maybe I didn't, though. I mean, I didn't do any specific calculations before this, because my goal was not to lose weight. My goal was to support my sister. My sister was going through a little something. My 2 sisters came up with the idea of doing the 40-day Dr. Sebi approved list cleanse. They invited me to do it. I didn't want to do it, but I did want to support her, and I did want to be a part of that team. My wife initially started, so she did 5 days, which was a good start for my wife. Good job, babe. But she didn't, at 5 days, she didn't return to the diet at all. So, you know, she didn't get to feel the full benefits of this diet because she stopped a little bit early. However, my sisters completed, and my sister, both of my sisters look great, look magnificent. I feel like their mood has increased and is more optimistic. And I feel like that a little bit of myself as well, in a sense that I am willing to plan out things more now than I was 40 days ago. And I don't know how 40 days changes that. It may be the habits that I've built in this 40 days are changing my perspective. But we'll see. We'll see. And so I'm going to write out how I'm going to approach my diet from now on. I'm thinking of going to mostly a vegan or a vegetarian diet with meat in it. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to eat meat sometime, but I'm thinking of cutting it down to probably 2 days a week where I'm eating meat. But mostly vegan and vegetarian diet is what I'm thinking. But we'll see, man. I mean, all I can tell you is right now the 40 days is worth doing. I know there have been some frustrating time in this 40 days because one thing that I cannot say is that the food on this list is as good as food off the list. I have not made a dish that I would want more than I would want a McDonald's cheeseburger, period. And that's taste buds wise, and that's the mental aspect of it. My body, all this food on this list nourishes my body significantly better than the food off the list. However, the food off the list tastes way better. I want a flipping cheeseburger. I want a steak. I want a steak. I want a steak. You feel me? It would taste way better. I cannot make anything taste as good as it is when I'm off the diet. Even my salads. When I'm off the diet, I add chicken to my salad. I use Kraft French dressing. I add eggs to my salad. I add raisins to my salad, plus all the salad vegetables. And those salads are incredible. I couldn't add any of that to these salads. I had to season it with a little sea salt, lime juice, which was good. Don't get me wrong, it is delicious, but it's not as good as my hamburger salad, which is the one that adds all the other stuff. I call it a hamburger salad because I feel like it has just as many calories as a hamburger. So, you know, I mean, the Dr. Sebi diet, do it. Do it. Different people have different reactions to it. One of the only disappointment of this diet is it's a mucus-free diet. It's an alkaline diet. However, every single day of this 40 days, I had mucus. I had to blow my nose every single day. Every single day. And off the diet, that didn't happen. I didn't have to blow my nose every day. But on the diet, I had to blow my nose every single day. So that was a huge disappointment for me because I wanted everything in here to be clear, but that didn't happen. So that's another thing that may take more than 40 days because of my 40 years of eating crazy, right? So I would say try it. Different people have different reactions to it. There is going to be a significant weight loss. I would say you can bet to at least lose 15 pounds, but you're not starving yourself. You're eating as much as the food on the list as you want to. You feel me? And you're still going to lose weight because your body's regulating itself. So, man, I love you guys, man. Keith, man, you guys are on the KMKK channel where my family goes to your family and just trying new things and having fun and enjoying ourselves. Keep on tuning in, subscribe, like, and I will see you guys soon. This is the end of my 40-day Dr. Sebi approved list cleanse, and I want you guys to try it so that you guys could feel some of the benefits. The main benefit being that you guys will feel like you guys could go over and take over the world after taking on this and succeeding. One love. Love you guys. Take it easy.